Here's a bunch of Katarina combos that you could use, that I use a lot, that helps me win lane. So before we talk about combos, I just want to plug in my Patreon and my YouTube members. So right now I'm doing videos of all matchups in the mid lane, and I'm just pretty much having a discussion on all their abilities, what items you should go, the build, the runes. I also do coaching, and as members, you'll also get access to all my coaching. So here's a preview. Cho'Gath is very hit or miss lane, okay? You can't make it easy for him to hit the Q. It's very easy to like trick him to like use it because Q is like, now when it comes to them actually playing the matchup, yeah, those are the rules, but I think that we have this one saving grace in this matchup. Like the matchup sounds bad, but yo. So especially when you have a Conquer setup with Longsword, you go in and you gotta make sure that you're getting all of your autos off. So this is one auto, 2 auto. You don't want any downtime. You just want to auto whenever you can. That's another auto right there. That's a 4th auto, and then a 5th auto, and then a 6th auto. Auto attacks are super important because this is going to help you optimize damage in lane, and that's where a lot of your damage is going to come from. So especially when you have Conquer set up, you want to be squeezing in those auto attacks whenever you can. Especially when your abilities are coming back from cooldown, like you still need to apply damage. So remember that. Also remember to take into account that your E resets your auto attack. So anytime you E, you can get a free auto off right afterwards. So make sure to optimize that as well. So when it comes to wave clearing, I think the most important part is being able to wave clear efficiently. And so when a wave comes, you just want to make sure that your daggers are hitting all of the minions so that you can wave clear as fast as possible. So as you can see here, I set up both my daggers within the minion wave so that I can clear it as fast as I can. This way I can leave my lane or do whatever as soon as possible. Now if the enemies are there, you can just set up daggers within the minion wave and just try to be evasive but try to hit as many minions as possible. Since Katarina has pretty good mobility, she could sort of maneuver around so that she can wave clear safely. So then here right now Echo's pretty far, and if you see here, the minion is getting low, so Echo is going to walk up. Now the only way for me to actually set up onto the Echo is if I Q something here and have it land there. So then I Q a minion, and I go in for a little trade. So this is going to be your main tool to try to like set up in lane just because it's ranged. And so when someone's playing really far back, even ranged matchups, you're going to need to set up good Qs so that you can try to play aggressive and apply pressure. So this is a combo that I like to use when I have Conquer and they're like pushed up into my tower. And I know that I can fight them. So then once they're in my range, I hit them with the QE auto, and then right now I have Longsword, I have Conquer, so I could just use that to just run him down. He has Pool and he has Ghost, so he ends up going away. But that's going to be your main engage tool when at level 2. So here just make sure that you're able to get in range of your Q and E, and that way you can get maximum damage onto them at level 2. And then know that you can continue to fight if you have Conquer, and if you have Electric Q, you could just jump out. But regardless, it's your way of getting aggressive level 2. So here, I set up the Q. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in onto this dagger, hit the Echo at the same time. And then I eat W. So right now my Shimpo just got reset and there's still 3 seconds on it. So what I'm essentially doing here is when I W, I pick up this dagger, I'm going to get my E completely reset, and then this is going to allow me to use my E to either jump in or jump out. So I pick it up, jump out. So you use your Q, eat W, instantly reset your Shimpo, and then jump out. This is really good for like trying to go for safe trades. Now here's an example of me using the instant reset to jump in. So I set up the Q, E, W. This will allow me to reset Shimpo twice so that I can immediately get my E afterwards. Now here, instead of jumping out, we have our E completely reset, so we can use that to jump in onto the Echo. E auto, and we finish him off. So this combo is just really good for resetting your Shimpo, since when you jump in on a dagger, you don't get the instant reset. So you use 2 daggers to essentially just reset your Shimpo, and you can use that to either jump in or jump out. So then here, I'm kind of like walking up a little bit closer to Vlad so that I can get into my E range. Now once I get the EW off, I still have my Q, which is coming up in 2 seconds. And the reason why this combo is good is because if you see here, Vladimir pulls and tries to disengage. If you use your EW to start the combo, then you're going to have QE afterwards. And QE is going to be good for chasing people down. So then here, since my Q is coming up, after Vlad pulls, I'm able to continue the engage by using Q. And then I just go for the all-in here. So then a lot of times you can punish champions when you feel like you're stronger just by going in with EW. And then saving your Q till after they respond so that you can make sure that you guarantee the kill. So remember that when you use the EW-QE all-in combo, that you slow down your combo a little bit, because in this position, I don't want to throw the Q yet. I want to make sure that my Shunpo comes off cooldown just a little bit before I throw the Q so that I can QE together. So then here, I wait, pick up the dagger, and if you see, I've waited long enough for my E to come back up. So now if I throw the Q, I can throw them together. So then now I QE, and it's a lot harder for Kassadin to react to. Also remember that you can EWQ onto minions, so you can use anything that's in range so that you can set up the Q onto them and then go in for an engage. So then here I'm up against Vlad, I set up the Q, and now here I just stall the dagger for as long as possible for the cooldown on my Q. And this is going to be important because once I'm able to find the engage onto Vlad, I'll be able to use my Q in that engage. So then I just leave it there and I just wait. I E, and now I'm in range of my EW. So this is going to allow me to punish him just like how I did before. But I needed to get myself into range first using that initial Q dagger. So then I wait for my E to come up, EW, and I just go with the plan of doing that same all-in. Just auto him down, I have Conquer, and then I wait for my Q to come back up, and that way I do a full combo. QE, and I just finish him off with ult. So you can try to do this combo when you feel like the enemies aren't letting you E into them. And so you kind of get into range first, and then you follow up with the EW. And then you can sort of stall the Q timer so that it comes back up again in your engage. So that's not every combo, but that's going to be a lot of the combos that I use a lot in my lane. So I just wanted to show you guys, and this is a little bit more advanced, maybe a little bit a mix of both basic and advanced. But regardless, I hope it helps you. And if you want to see more, I will go over more combos. So yeah, stay subscribed.